Canaanite Pantheon. I learned something recently that I found very interesting and thought you might too. So over 9 to 10,000 years ago, the city of Jericho was created. It is the longest inhabited city. Now, there have been some times where it wasn't inhabited, and you might even be thinking of a Bible verse where somebody goes up to the walls, they play their trumpets, and they pray to God, and the walls come tumbling down. No, there were some times where people didn't live in the city. But for those who did, for those who started that city 9 to 10,000 years ago, they've done genetic studies and found out that these were Iranian and Anatolian pastoralists, right? So they create this city, Jericho, and they build mud hut homes, circular. They also build this tower. Now, this tower could be for granary, it could have been for worship, it possibly could have been a lookout just in case there were marauders. They're not sure. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll figure it out. But here is some cool information about these pastoralists. They were some of the first people to domesticate animals. So super cool. Also, some of the first agriculturalists. They learned how to do farming in this fertile area of the Fertile Crescent, right? And get this. I've told you before how important that lunar worship is, right? All these deities in the sky, that's what they looked to, especially for when they were traveling. And for those who would travel by night, the moon, the calendar, was one of the most important deities. So if you followed along on my channel, Jericho, the moon deity, might sound more familiar if I say it by the name you know and I know. Okay, I'll get to it. Jericho. Yarikh, the moon god. Okay? One of the oldest cities is named after the Canaanite pantheon moon god Yarikh. Okay, so what they believe the name means is place of fragrance and city of the moon. They believe that they had rose gardens, balsam, and palms. So no wonder that was such a fitting name, because it was a fragrant place and it was also city of the moon. Oh, I'm running out of time. They also had a cult of the dead. They would take their dead, let the stuff fall off, then they would pack the skull with mud, they would put little shells in the eyes, and they would display the head while they would bury the body.